Hi everyone, now the start of the video will be the same for all the year groups today, and hopefully you've read the rainbow fish, because this week we're going to look at the colour wheel and particularly rainbows. So all the lessons will be focused on this book and rainbows. So the first activity is an activity that you can choose to do. It's an optional activity, and that's to make a scavenger hunt rainbow. Now this has really gone viral on the internet and it's actually really fun. So you go around the house and you collect all sorts of things that might be the colour of the rainbow. So purple, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. So you go around the house, you collect all different things that have got these colours in, and then we can make our own colour wheel. So I'll show you how to do that. On the table here I've collected lots of things. So this is an optional activity that you can do to start with. So if you don't want to do this activity, you can scooch along in the video and find the art activity. So go and find your 6 different coloured items and then come back and we're going to make a colour wheel. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, here we are. We've collected all our different things from all around the house in the 6 different colours, and I've just got a pile of things here that are rainbow colours. So I'll put my rainbow on the side and I'm going to start to sort my items. So I'm going to put things into their colour groups. So we've got purple here, orange here, red here, really purple, I'm going to go purple. And you just need to spend some time sorting everything into different coloured piles. Okay, so now I've put all of the things together, all the green together, all the yellow together, all the blue together, all the orange, purple and red. But this is not looking like a colour wheel, because the colour wheel has a certain order that it has to go in. So we need to move everything around. So the first thing I'm going to do is just take away the secondary purple, the secondary green, and the secondary orange. And I'm just going to keep the primary colours. So I'm going to put red things into my colour wheel, yellow things into my colour wheel, and blue things all into my colour wheel. And then I'm going to put the secondary colours around the edges where they belong. So where do they belong? So if we get blue and the red, what should we put in the middle of blue and red? If we had blue and red paint and we mixed it up, we would make purple. So purple goes here. So blue, purple, red. In between the red and the yellow, we mix these up. What should go here? Red plus yellow equals orange. So now I can put all my orange items here. So last of all, green, blue and yellow, if we mix those together, are going to make green. So I can put my green things here. And this is my scavenger hunt rainbow wheel. Looks a little bit like a circle. And so that's what you should make. So if you make one of these and you want to take a photograph and send it to me, we can put them up on the web page. So this is for all the year groups, and you can do this together as a family, and you can make a colour wheel. Some of the activities are going to make a rainbow, just like the one that we have in the classroom. So that should go purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Right, preps and grade 1 and grade 2. Today we're going to make our own rainbow fish picture. So we're going to try and make it look something like the one in the book. So it's beautiful fish here. So the first thing we want to do is make a background for our fish. So on my fish, I've used food dye and I've made some bubbles in the background. Now if you don't have food dye and you can't do the background in the same way, you could always find lots of circular things around your house and draw around those circles. So draw around small circles, big circles, have them coming off the page, and you can make your own background. I used just pencil and crayon for this one. So if you want to skip this part, you could do your own background, and if you would like to learn how to make this background, that's what we'll be doing. So what you'll need is you'll definitely need to get yourself newspaper. I've got my art smock on. I've got lots of newspaper and I'm going to set up a table with some newspaper so that my pictures can dry. So you might want to do this at a kitchen bench because this is going to involve food dye. So we're going to use the primary colour food dye. So you'll need blue, yellow and red, and then you'll need some containers to put your food dye in. Don't use a bowl because we're going to be blowing bubbles, and if you use a bowl it splashes everywhere. If you use a container that's too small, it's not going to work. So I like to use cups. So this is the cup that I'll be using today. So I have put 1 teaspoon of dishwashing liquid into my cup. I put 1 cup of water, and I put maybe a teaspoon of food dye. So 1 cup of water, 1 teaspoon of washing up liquid, and a teaspoon of food dye. If you do this activity and you find that you can't see the bubbles, then you might just need to add a little bit more food dye. So I've stirred all of these up, and then you're going to need to find some straws. I like to put 1 straw in each cup. So I'm going to do red in the red one, yellow in the yellow one. I don't have a blue straw, but there's some blue in there, so I'm going to use that one. So once you've got everything set up, you've got your old clothes on, you've got your art smock on, and you've got your 3 cups with red, yellow and blue, you will also need about 8 or 10 pieces of A4 white paper. I like to do quite a lot of these. Once I start, I love to keep going, I can't stop. So I've got my art smock, I've got my newspaper. Remember, you don't have to do this. You can actually just draw it with different circles if you want to. So this is what we need to do. We need to take our cup and our straw, and we need to blow some bubbles. Don't blow really hard, okay guys, just gently. And slowly you'll see the bubbles rising. You need the bubbles to go about that much over the top of the cup. I'm just going to do the red one at the moment. Okay, I'm going to take my straw out, and then I like to take my paper and lay it over the top of the cup, and then I get a bubble print. Oh, that looks lovely. I'm going to do a little bit more. Brilliant. Take my piece of paper with the bubble side and then put that over the top of the cup and collect all the bubbles. My picture isn't coming out as dark as I really want it to, so I'm going to add another teaspoon of food dye. You just need to get your mixture so that the bubbles are on the page. I don't want to add too much food dye. Remember, we don't want to get this on our clothes. Give it a stir. All right, I'm going to have another go now, but I've got a bit more food dye. So gently blow. Oh, I can see this is much better. All right, take out my straw, get my paper, and that's fine if the bubbles sit on a surface. They are just going to pop and leave a beautiful, beautiful mark. So I'm not going to touch those because that's going to be brilliant. All right, let's see if I can add some yellow. The red's much better now. Remember not to suck, because if you drink this, it's dishwashing liquid and it tastes yucky. Was heaps there. Okay, I'm going to get my paper and I'm going to put it over the top. Yellow bubbles. Bit more. Ooh, they look really good. Okay, a bit more yellow bubbles. They look awesome. And you can also do blue. So I'm going to stir up the blue. When I first did this, I did it in a bowl and I splashed my face. I was not happy. Now the idea is that you're going to cover the whole of your paper. So you want to cover all the corners, you want to cover everything. And hopefully, if you overlap the yellow and blue, you get some green bubbles. And if you overlap the blue and red, you get purple. And if you overlap the yellow and the red, you might get orange. But I didn't get very many orange. And so I'm just gonna make sure I get all the edges. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm gonna put that one to dry, and I'll do some more bubble blowing in a bit. I'll show you some of mine that I've already dried. So this one is done just with the blue and the yellow, and you can see that it does have some kinds of green in it. So you can see the green with the blue and yellow overlap. So that one's really cool. That one doesn't have red. And then this one just has just red and yellow, and it's made quite a lot of pink. I didn't use as much red food dye, so I made quite a lot of pink. And this one, I used all three colours. Now this one you'll see, I've got lots of green and aquas, and there was lots of bubbles, and I just let the bubbles pop, and I got a really good background. This one, I wanted to do just the yellow, just the blue and the red, just like separately, and just have that. I didn't quite cover the page. This one covered the page really well, but loads of green. So when you've finished, oh, that one's really, really vivid. When you've finished and they're all dry, then you're going to be ready to add your rainbow fish. So pick the one you like the most. I'm going to pick this one. And about half an hour it took this one to dry, so I can feel it's dry. And this one's ready now for a background. This is my background. So I need a fresh piece of paper because I'm going to draw the rainbow fish. Rainbow fish is really nice and easy to draw. You can colour in however you want, but I've done purple scales, blue, green, yellow, orange and red, just like a rainbow. And I tried to do that one in silver, but I didn't really have a very good silver, so it's okay. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take a pencil. I'm going to take a crayon, and we're going to draw the fish swimming this way. An oval shape. So a nice oval shape. This is going to be my fish's head. My fish is happy. And then I'm going to come out and make a tail. Now my fish can't swim without a top fin and a bottom fin. And I'm going to just do a curved line for his head. And then if I want to do a rainbow, I need to do scales. So this is for the purple, and that's just a wavy line. And then this is for the blue. Make them big, make them small, however you want them to look. This is for the green, 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 green. This is for the yellow. Yellow. You're going to have enough room to do all the rainbow colours. The next colour is orange. This one will be orange. Then we want to have red. Just got room for the red. You can just draw some thin lines. There we go. He's ready for colouring. Okay guys, so I'm just going to colour this in quickly and then I'll come back. So you can pause the video and then you can come back. I finished colouring in my fish. I've done my purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, red scales like a rainbow, but you can colour it however you like. And I've started just to cut around the edge of the fish so I can stick the fish onto the background. So I'm just cutting just around the edges. Brilliant. I'm going to find the background that I chose, which is this one, and then I just need a glue stick. So I'm going to glue my fish into colourful ocean. Everything is rainbow. If your fish disappears a little bit when you put it on the page, it might be a great idea to find a black and just go around the edge of your fish so that you can see your rainbow fish, because you've also got a rainbow background. So I'm going to go around the edges of the fish so that you can see the little face. If you want to, you can find some bubbles on the page. I don't really have any bubbles on the page, so I'm just going to make some up. And I'm going to draw 3 bubbles. And I'm just going to draw a little reflective line there. So that could be my finished rainbow fish. If I wanted to, I could use the picture that I made with crayons and pencils, and I could use that picture background to make my fish swimming. Look at that. You can see lots and lots of bubbles that he could be blowing. I might trace around this bubble and give him another bubble. Bubbles. So again, I'm just going to go around him in black. And that is a beautiful rainbow fish picture. I think that's wonderful. I like that background quite a lot. So then I can take my scrapbook where I've been keeping all my pictures. I can find a clean page. I can take my rainbow fish. I can just glue him in. So if you want to take a picture of your fish and send it to me, if you just want to keep yours in a scrapbook or a folder, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have some silver pen, or even maybe you could cut a tiny piece of tin foil to give your rainbow fish a special scale, that would be wonderful. So I really hope that you've enjoyed making your rainbow fish today and seeing all your colours swirl and change and blend together on the page. Using those primary colours to make your secondary colours, that was a really good lesson on the colour wheel. Well done, guys. I will see you next time. We'll be looking at a different book next time and a different skill, but I really hope that you enjoyed your rainbow fish. If you feel like it, you could draw another character from another book if you wanted to and put that onto your background. Okay, so Foundation Grade 1 and 2. I will see you next week. If you feel like hopping over to the 3, 4, 5, 6 lessons, you can have a look at those. But I hope you enjoyed it, and send me your pictures and I'll put them onto the website. Well done, guys. See you soon. Bye.